Wowzers. I don't know what in the heck is going on right now, folks. That was not where I was expecting it to go. What in the hell is going on right now? Did you all realize there was some shit dropped in the last like hour that I don't know about you guys, but I've never known. Maybe other people have known. I've never known. Oh, I'm out of weed at the wrong time. Like this is the wrong time to be out of weed. Ugh. Ugh. We're gonna do this. We're gonna pack a bowl with little weed. Look at that. Nothing. Barely anything. And then we gotta go to the store tomorrow. And then we're gonna scrape up some resin. And then we're gonna go through some old shit just to get some. Holy cow! Dick and Gypsy just like laid the hammer down. I don't even know what to think right now. Someone want to do? You know what I'm gonna do? Like I'm gonna put, maybe I put up like a link here for like someone just to like recap me with the fucking shit we just got laid on our laps. What is going on? I'm using a pencil to scrape my bowl. I go, this is resin time. Weed shops are still open. I know, Carrie. I know. But it's quiet time. You know, the kids are in bed, leaving the house for something like that right now just doesn't seem doable. There are delivery services, but that just seems one step close to addiction that I just don't feel comfortable with. So, but guys, what's up, Indy? Fun panel with Street and Shy Guy. That's good. But Dick and Gypsy was laying down some truth bomb emails in Kpro's panel today that I was on, and it was it made me want to go on after and go live. Woo boy, this was a different chase, guys. I mean, come on, this was not the chase we signed up for. I think that's very evident. I think it's very, and that's not wrong. So what? But oh boy, ooh doggy, as they say. I'm getting text messages left and right still. Like 6 text messages at once. I don't know what's going on. What do you all think's happening? Dick and Gypsy, like, okay, so what Dick and Gypsy got, first of all, were those hints? Were those not hints? I don't know. I don't even know what to call those. It doesn't fucking matter if you ask me. What matters is the fact that Forrest Fenn would communicate at all like this in an area that may or may not be the final solution. And then what? Is this what he means by Pandora's box? Like he knew eventually, once the solution came out, that somebody somewhere was going to scrounge up an email that they had, and it was going to prove that Fenn did in fact communicate with folks who had the right spot. Now, is that communication that he's going to send you far away? Or is that communication going to be that, oop, you found it. Here we go. I don't know. All I know is after Dig and Gypsy's revelations on Kpro's show, I am convinced more than ever that when Forrest Fenn said Pandora's box, in case y'all forgetting, I'm packing this bowl. When Forrest Fenn said Pandora's box, he meant shit like this. Honestly, we may not like it, but I think that's what's happening. Ben, Shy Guy mentioned the Codex. Yes. I like the Codex. We can get into that rabbit hole in a bit, for sure. In a bit. How is there an even Stephen but not an odd Todd, an odd Fod, an odd Rod, an odd God, an odd Todd? Yeah, that works. Odd Todd. Yeah. It's so exciting. I do not believe just because. Right. And by the way, here's the fun thing that happened on Kpro's panel today is we didn't all just agree on 9 Mile, right? Like we had healthy debate there. We didn't just accept status quo it really felt like even if you didn't agree with the areas that we were discussing, you still learned something from the discussion, and that's dope. I'm looking for more weed. Join me on my journey as I search for more marijuana. I must have some secret stash of weed somewhere hidden away for just this occasion. I guess we'll do edibles. Oh man. Well, ain't that some shit? We really are out of weed. Man. It really sucks being out of weed. What are you gonna do? We found a link between the auction website and the Wyoming LLC account. Crazy games upon us. Yeah, and that's interesting. I think a lot of things that we got out of Kpro's thing today was almost like a, oh, maybe there's something else going on here. I don't know. It's weird. I am looking for my blaze right now. Like, where'd all my weed go, man? Never this out of weed. There's always a stash somewhere. I can't find it anywhere. I know I have a stash. Nope, that's ash. I've already opened that. God bless it, man. Ugh, that's annoying. I know. I guess we're waiting till next Warriors, or to next Warriors, till next Monday. Kpro telling the Treasure Warriors we're just waiting. I mean, I guess we're waiting. Kind of sick of waiting. I don't know about y'all, but like that's the one thing I don't get. If we're supposed to wait for the crazy twist ending, why hasn't it happened? We're over a year now on all fronts. On all fronts. The only anniversary we haven't hit yet is an anniversary that involves Jack and not Fenn. That means nothing to me. So as far as I'm concerned, we're at it. So why has nothing happened? Well, there's a multitude of reasons why nothing has happened. The leading reason that I believe are these lawsuits. The lawsuits make perfect sense for why we haven't heard jack shit. No pun intended. Right, Ben Riley Park signed for both Wyoming LLC and the auction website. It's crazy, and I'm not done searching. Well, Wyoming LLC and the auction website. That's interesting. I have to see proof of all that, obviously, but that's weird. Yeah, digging Gypsy's words, were shocking, for lack of a better term. If you're searching at 9 Mile Hole and you email Forrest Fenn that you're searching at 9 Mile Hole in 2013, and then he sends you an email back, even if it says, well, hey, great spot, go check out this spot right next to it, right? Even if that's what it is, he's still kind of in a way confirming your location. Even in the smallest of ways, he's saying, of all the Rocky Mountains, I'm going to actually respond to you about this. That's a lot. The Rocky Mountains are a big area. For him to take notice of any Rocky Mountain solve should mean something. Even if it's wrong, it should mean something. So there's more to be figured out here, in my opinion. And if you guys only could see what I was doing right now, I wish I could show you. Like if I could make the camera go see what I'm doing right here? I'm digging out of here to put it in here so I could put it in there. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. What do y'all think? Something's up. But again, and this is something I said to Kpro, it's his treasure hunt. He can do whatever he wants, right? I just wish that it was solvable just by reading the poem. There's no way, in my opinion, you choose 9 Mile Hole just with a poem. Nope, no fucking way. Fuck you if you say that. No, F you, F you, F you. There's no way you choose 9 Mile Hole without the book. There just isn't. There's no way. And if there's no way you choose 9 Mile Hole without the book, then you can't tell me all you need is the book or the poem and a good map. So the poem, the book, and a map. So poem purists were fucked. All we had to go on was really just the book. But then I got to go on other books. It's just weird. Indy sent me a Facebook message. Hold on. I'm going to be ornery because I don't have all my weed. Let me see this. Oh, no, I've seen all this. Yeah. I've seen every single one of these. That's why I was like saying, ooh, Gould Street, gold. Oh, yeah, I agree. It's weird. Riley Park is interesting. I haven't been able to find anything deeper, but that Riley Park is definitely interesting. Definitely. There are others keeping us from finding the truth. In my opinion, always involves Cynthia. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's discuss title to the gold. I agree. Like, what the fuck? What, like, title? Well, title to the gold. I always felt like a way for him as an out for any kind of government land, like, or any kind of property rights issues with finding the chest. He solves by saying, "I give you title to the gold." However, why doesn't he just say, "I give you title to the chest. I give you title to the treasure"? Why does he just give you title to the gold? Because there's other items in the chest that aren't gold. We only get title to the gold. You only need title to gold. You don't need title to jewels. I don't know. Something's weird there. And I have an eyelash in my eye, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. Don't use the bong if you want to make that weed hit harder. Use the pipe. I agree. I agree so hard there. Good call. I'm gonna go find the pipe. Hold on. Excellent call. I just don't know where the pipe is. Oh, here's the pipe. Oh, and there's already weed in it. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I knew there's always a stash. There's always a secret stash. Look at that. Yeah. And then what we'll do is slowly, as I smoke this, we'll add this into the pipe. We will not be using the bong. Excellent, excellent reminder. Excellent reminder. That's a weed connoisseur right there. Thank you, Carrie. That's why you're a wrench. Let's see here. No, Diggin was very known in the chase. We had a bug community on Dales. We had a big community on Dales. Lots of old timers from the beginning. She was very well known in the right circles. Was someone saying that she wasn't, Louie? Indy, if you should have known Riley Park was linked to both of them. But again, Indy, I haven't shared my info with you. I haven't shared my info with anybody. I'm gonna look at my own reflection. I have like a eyelash or something. Oh my God. Anyway, in peace, you'll need the exact meaning of in peace. All right, fair enough. A one hitter. I know. One hitter would be perfect right now. Minotaur. Any reaction to Jens's clip? Oh my God, guys, Jens's clip. Fucking A. Like, are you kidding me? Listen. This should have been obvious that this was the last clip, in my opinion. Now, whether you think that's obvious or not, fine. But the way in which it was presented was glorious. Now, I would have added a little bit more fireworks to it, personally speaking. A little bit more bang, if you will. But, it did the job, guys. And you can see the overhead shot. You can see the drone shot. You can hear the music. You can feel the chase in every shot this dude captures. And that is honestly why I decided to work with him behind the scenes here a little bit. Like this guy knows what he's fucking doing. Hold on, my camera's like all slanted and shit. I gotta like fix it. But whatever. Meh. We'll just lower it. How about that? Now I gotta raise it. This is so stupid. Ugh, I hate this shit. This is why I don't do this. Anyway, I see. Now I lost my point. We're tired. Jens's shit is great, so I'm excited for you guys to see what I've seen. Ask Ashley for some eye drops. I know, right? Fuck, I should use some eye drops. I really feel like there's just like there's an eyelash that I can just blink away. Anyway, we got the weed. We're good. Look quickly down your quest to cease. Cease. I mean, come on. We have a poem that starts with clues wise. Begin and cease. Begin, cease. Begin, cease. There's a nice bookend there. It was very nice and neat that way. That's the way I always viewed the poem. Should I open the panel up? All right, I'm gonna open the panel up, guys. Let's add some folks to this. Let's do this. Invite. I'm gonna copy the invite link. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. Bada bing, a bada boom. Big bada boom. Big bada boom. Name that movie. Big bada boom. Big bada boom. Oh, I'm so happy now that I have that extra bit of weed. That makes me so happy. Guys, did Forrest Fenn give people hints behind the scenes? Yes or no? It looks like yes. If it was at 9 Mile, if it was along the Madison, Forrest Fenn gave hints as of 2013. That drives me nuts. Ooh, I think I got it. I almost flicked it off my hand. I don't know if you can see it. See the eyelash right there? And I don't feel the pain. We're good now. Yay! Do I have any idea on how many people die each year from stray eyelashes? My guess would be 9. Adam Foddy is here. Yay, Adam. I agree. Cease is where most ended, but many believe 9 sentences, 9 clues. I love 9 sentences, 9 clues. How about you, Adam?
Hey, Ben. How are you?
How are you, my man? Happy
Tired.
to have you here.
Fucking tired.
Listen, you're the inspiration for me on why I even go live nowadays at like noon or 1 on a Tuesday, just for our British friends.
You know, I appreciate it.
Good. I'm glad you do, because I've always appreciated you. I watched you for months, no, years now, but like I watched you, and I wanted the motif that you would give to be right. Like you and I were kind of in the same boat. This is why I think you and I kind of almost have a hard time. I went to 9 Mile. I loved 9 Mile. I didn't like 9 Mile that much. I liked Mount Haynes more, but like I loved the spot. It was great. It was fun. It was easy to cross a river. And I'm still feeling like I'm in the same shoes as you, where I'm going, this still isn't good enough.
Still got doubts, yeah.
Something feels missing from all of this, and I just don't know what it is. And I even asked Jack that. I specifically emailed him. And it's funny because he actually emailed me in a way I didn't think he would, where I said, look, man, when you get to that spot, that football field size area, do you have the same holy shit moment that all of us were kind of expecting? And he might have wrote back, yeah, okay, I might not have worded it like that, or I've never worded it like that in my life, but yes, I did. And nothing at 9 Mile gives me that sense at all.
But he also said, didn't he, that to a lot of people, the solve will be disappointing.
He did. Boring, if you would.
So that's a concern.
it's a concern, and that's why I almost didn't. I didn't expect the answer of, oh yeah, no, yeah, it was exactly what you're saying in terms of it's you'll know it when you see it. That didn't go in sync with it's not the movie ending. It's a boring solve. It's a straightforward, simple solve. There's lots of stuff. Hey, we got it. Well, it looks like Jason's joining us. What's up, dude?
Hey, you got a new name, Jason. Didn't know that was you.
H1Y, right? What's that? He's all quiet now. I can't hear you, Jason. If you might be muted, or your audio might not be working.
Jason, were you in? Did you watch the show? If you didn't, you need to watch it. It was good.
Can't hear him. Can't hear you, man.
Digging Gypsy dropping the bombs then.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yes,
All
we
right.
hear you now. Did you
Digging
happen to
Gypsy.
watch Kpro's show?
Yeah, I bounced back and forth a little bit.
So you heard what Dick and Gypsy was talking about with her emails with Fenn.
Oh yeah, I mean she's always had fun with Finn though too. We've always known that.
True.
Yeah.
So what's the latest with you? What are you up to?
I am in here, get them things out of my ears. I'm in Columbus, Nebraska.
Columbus, Nebraska. Can't say I've ever even heard of that.
Yeah, there's some co-ops out here with the big cement silos. I have to rappel down and hammer drill. Oh, have to hammer drill pieces of unistrut horizontal every 4 foot down the silo so that we could put support for transmission lines.
It's a lot of work, man. Couldn't pay me to do it.
I'm just getting too old, that's all. So yeah, I didn't
I hear
you
that.
guys off the other night, Ben.
What do you mean?
Oh, I just felt bad. I thought I made you guys mad.
What do you mean you made us bad? Why would you think that?
Oh, so when I go to bed, I'll have a sleeping pill, and I get pretty short when I take my sleeping pill. So like my
You mean
text.
do you mean like a couple nights ago?
Yeah.
Like when Ashley gave you a reading?
Yeah.
Well, dude, if you went to bed, you went to bed. Okay, so for people who don't know, Ashley is in tune and it taps into the other side, and so she'll do readings, from time to time. She doesn't like charge money or anything, but like, so she gave a reading for Jason privately. So, why do you think we were mad, dude?
I don't know. I opened myself up a little bit and felt vulnerable.
Wow, that comes with the territory of opening yourself up, but you're good, dude.
I know.
Trust me. I'm much more interested figuring out if Forrest Fenn was either fucking with people or giving them hints, because something is amiss right now. Something's not adding up. Something's not making sense. And when I see Forrest Fenn writing emails to people saying, "Hey, just wait, be patient, be patient, be patient," it's making me think something else is going on. Yet here we are running around like chickens with our heads cut off, nowhere near closer to the truth. We have no idea what's going on. We live off the next breaking moment from some YouTube personality. It doesn't seem like this is what Fenn intended.
Yeah, when she was getting those emails though, just wait. How long ago was that?
We asked.
2013,
right after the find, right? Yeah, she said it was June, right? Or she said it was right after the find. Right, Adam?
She's been getting emails, hasn't she, from the start? We're talking about
from the start, but the just wait, be patient emails were right after the find.
Yeah.
No, so the crazies were around then.
So Minotaur wants an update of what happened tonight. Basically, Minotaur, we all talked about 9 Mile Hole, what we thought about it. Shannon jumped on out of the blue, which was great to hear from her again. Odia Soul. Love seeing her back in the mix. So that was great. Rudy was on the panel. Ben, me, Shannon, obviously Kpro and Mike Have I missed anyone, Ben, or was that everyone?
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Digging Gypsy came
Oh, no,
on.
no, Steve Buck.
Sorry, Steve, I apologize. Steve was there as well, yeah. So great panel. Lots of different opinions. Some like it, some not so much. Me, not so much. In fact, to be honest with you, I think other than Rudy, no one really seemed. I don't think even Kpro likes it that much, if I'm honest.
Honestly, I think we all want closure, but I think we're all willing to go, it's just not doing it. Like even
Yeah, it's
Kpro,
not.
I think especially being there, like I'd love it to be the end just because I was there. And okay, fine, I was there and I got to see the end, therefore it's the end. I'm happy with it. But those of us who have been there, I mean, I think in fact, coming out of it, I feel as if Rudy it was the most convinced that this was the right spot than any of us.
Well, Rudy came out with 100% for the area, and I think the area's got merit. I think the area, I would never go 100% though. I don't think you can.
Right.
I don't think you can. Without Jack or Fenn, you can't really go 100%, in my opinion. And then after that Minotaur, Digging Gypsy came on and dropped the bombshell that she was sent the preface of Too Far to Walk weeks before it was released. So if there was a hint or a clue in the preface of Too Far to Walk, which many believe there is because I'm going to talk about the Madison, then she had it weeks before anybody else. So now we're talking about, did Forrest Fenn give big hints to private people, or people?
Giving the preface away before it's released and then saying, don't share this with anyone outside of your family, that is not the treasure hunt I signed up for.
Well, I mean, have you guys read the preface?
Yeah. we read it out today in the chat.
Did it help you any?
Well, he discusses Madison River.
Well, that was a question. Is there anything in it? And if there's nothing in it in terms of a hint
West
or a clue,
Yellowstone and Madison River.
then it's nothing burger.
I mean,
but if that's where the treasure, if the treasure was found in Madison, then it's obviously was a clue, wasn't it? That
Right. Right. As long as it was found there, it's a clue. It's a hint. If it was found there, he is absolutely nudging a person to be in the right spot of the treasure. If it was found there, there's just no proof it was found there yet.
Yeah.
Aside from Jack. but if it was found there, then yes, this is absolutely a nudge.
I absolutely love the area right there. It's like the Marvin Rock. I stood up on top of that and I pointed my finger up the left side valley. And I looked at the pictures after I did that. The rock actually looks like a big hand. Like you said, there's a higher hand involved. Look at the rock. It's got fingers that curl around on the bottom. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool too. I like that actually.
Then when I crossed over, and then I found the hole under there. There's like a 6-foot drop. Well, it looked like a 6-foot drop, and I was going underwater right there at the ledge, and oh yeah, there's all kinds of trout down there and stuff. It was a good time. And then I got out, took my shirt off, and I carved JN in a tree. And it's hilarious because if you watch Kpro's video, she's walking and she goes, oh, right here's the oil tree. Well, she walks right by my JN tree. I could see it on the side.
No way. So you were there, Jason, on the island?
Yeah.
When?
I was teaching the boys how to follow Ben went in there and got the shit kicked out of him. And then Jens was in there getting the shit kicked out of him. So when I went in there, I showed him how to follow the elk and deer trail. And we walked all the way through it without a scratch.
Oh, you mean recently? Right, okay.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago. Yep.
For a minute there, I thought that you might have been searching there. You got me all excited.
No, I'm not searching there. I just went up to visit. I wanted to see what those guys are about.
What do you think? What do you think of the 9 Mile Hole? You like the area, right?
Yeah. I think it's a very cool area. I mean, shit, that's where I got my bullshit from, right?
I don't know where you got your bullshit from. I think
The bullshit. That's where the buffalo approached me and shit.
Oh no, yeah, literal bullshit.
I thought you meant like, okay, yeah.
But yeah, like in the same shot, I have Finn's Rock, and then I got the buffalo, like Cody, right there next to Finn's Rock.
I mean, I said it on Kpro's show. I think Kpro has done a great job of pretty much proving the area with the database and Digging Gypsy's information we've got and other circumstantial evidence. I think she's done a good job of. I'm like 85% that the area is probably correct. I just don't like the spot.
So tonight is the first time that it came out that she had the clue of, I don't know, would now be the best time to switch narratives? That way it wouldn't, that way Forrest wouldn't look like he gave clues because of the article or the book cover, the preface.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. That's why I started almost going in the middle of Kpro's show. I almost started just going, is all of this bullshit? Because it just doesn't match the guy that I thought didn't want his chest found. The idea that he would be hinting to people that they're close in 2013 makes no sense to me.
So now that that's out, that she had that preface to go there early, I don't know, I could foresee the narrative changing now so that he doesn't look like a bad guy.
And remember, the context key for this is she was already there. And then he sends her this preface ahead of time. She says it leads her to Hebgen, but I disagree with her interpretation of what Fenn was doing. I think it was to just stay where she was. Neither here nor there, doesn't matter. The point is, he knew where she was and then sends her this important information ahead of time that nobody else gets in the entire chase. That's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Well, we did get it just later than her.
She got a heads up. She got a bonus
when she's there.
But that's if it's right. If it ends up being in Colorado, he's just doing to her what he did that we think or assume to everybody else, and that's just fuck with them.
Exactly, and that's about the only way to clear his name right now. Because of that.
The only way to clear his name is to prove that he was fucking with everybody. Yeah. 100%. 100%. And you know what? When he's telling people to be patient, or he's telling people the truth will eventually come out, or not all is as it seems, you know, maybe people think that will have something to do with them, or they'll understand the truth the way they thought it would be. But maybe that just means, hey, there's a whole part of this none of you ever could comprehend, and it's all going to come out eventually. And maybe that's what he means. You're all wrong.
I think it would,
and that's why none of you got the treasure, because you're all wrong.
If there's a timeline where he started to say that, because that would give like a beacon of time of when there was a lead searcher or someone was close. So if they can back that all the way up to like, when did he start saying in time, it'll be all out.
Oh, right after the find.
Yeah, you know, oh, that's when he started saying that.
Or at least according to Digging Gypsy, when she saw this from Fenn, it was right after the find.
All right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I think there's something else going on.
Oh, there's a huge picture going. There's a huge picture going on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To think it's all just as it seems, to me, seems silly. It's a treasure hunt, first of all. It's ripe with a twist. But for it to end in the way it did, after it was sold in the way it was by the guy saying what he did, I spent 15 years. I don't care how much of a salesman you are. Okay, you didn't spend 15, you spent 10. Okay, you didn't spend 10, you spent 5. You spent 5 years planning this. That to me says a lot. You have to become an expert in something, you need to spend 5 years doing it, right? So even if he only spent 5 years planning this, he was an expert in doing it. This ending is not an expert ending.
Well, I think
It's a very novice ending.
I think that whole thing is that he deserved a PhD after putting this out there.
If we can prove that that poem was designed to lead anybody anywhere they wanted to, then he deserves any award he wants. Because while it's seemingly easy, that's a very hard feat to get to. And if he really could devise a poem that made everybody think they were right and nobody right all at the same time, that takes skill and talent, in my opinion. That takes some brains.
That's exactly what he did. That's why we're here tonight.
Right. So I just need to know that there is some kind of second part, twist, second, third, fourth, fifth act, whatever act we're on. I just need something else, because right now as it stands, this is garbage. This is trash.
I'm pretty sure at this point, like phase 1 would be okay to share. I mean, it's, you know.
All I know, you know what? How many, do I say this? Because I just saw Minotaur Moreno say that. How many males have come out and said they have emails from Forrest Fenn pre-find that gives them a hint?
He went there.
I'm asking the question.
It's a valid.
How many men?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
I got one.
Well, we know Dow did, so there's one straight off the bat.
Dale is one. Jason, you're saying you're one.
Yeah.
Who else?
I didn't understand it though. My wife understood it.
I just think it's.
I think
interesting.
Ben, it's no secret that Fenn did enjoy the ladies. I think you know he was a bit of a player, wasn't he? That's no secret. I think we can come out and say that. But you know, he did give men clues, because we know he gave Dale clues. Apparently, Dale got the preface same time as Digging Gypsy, by the way. So
if this is a treasure hunt, do you honestly think that it's just like anything else? You know, you have to have a veil to reveal what's real. So it's like,
right.
Do we really think he was a ladies' man, or did he put that persona on? You know what I mean? Like,
I have seen some pictures. All I rely on is my gut and my poker skills, which aren't that good. But I have seen some pictures of that man posing with women.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes there is a look on his face that I can't describe, but I know it when I see it.
Well,
I know the look when I see it, where he's basically going, yep.
When he's standing behind her in the vault. Yeah.
Hands on the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We know the look. So he's given the look of, hey boys, yep, I did it. I got what I wanted. Like, he's giving that look you only see inside the men's locker room.
You know what I did? Instead of looking at him, I looked down at her arms, what she was wearing, and what her hands were doing.
Like tremble, like just like
no.
clenched
Open
in. Like,
your book. Open your book. Open your book.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Chat. I think there's no doubt in my mind that Fenn liked the ladies. You know, but you know, he was a red-blooded male, so you know, people like Forrest Fenn like the ladies. It's the way it's always been.
You would think at 80, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just not as red-blooded as the next guy. But maybe you would think at 80, you'd go, you know, I don't need pussy as much. I can actually do this treasure hunt and not get persuaded. Like, it's.
Well, I'm not.
I'm 35. Yeah, maybe there's a problem. Maybe I give in a little bit.
But Ben, do you ever get bored of flirting? I mean, flirting. Yeah, you never get bored of that, right? You can do that to whatever, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And there's nothing wrong with flirting. I think everybody should kind of have the fun to be able to do that if they want. But
yeah, who doesn't like to flirt, you know?
Find the
but that makes me if he's the genius, I think he is. He understands that he's gonna flirt, and that's different than giving clues or hints.
Find the page
The page of what?
of him with that weird smile on his face, giving the back rub. In the
Oh. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because I think there's a weird smile in this book too.
Oh,
That
chat's
fucking.
making me laugh.
Oh, hold on. Isn't it like right in the fucking beginning? Isn't it the one where he's signing the autograph?
No, it's when he's giving the back rub in the vault.
Yeah, the back rub, but that's not in the book.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Oh, Kpro, it's so true.
What, Kpro?
Kpro, yeah.
Who cares if you
Kpro pointed out he never flirted with Jack, and Jack's the one that found it.
Is it too far to walk? Ask the panel or ask the chat room. I can't see the chat, so.
Yeah, no, that picture you're thinking of must be in Too Far to Walk or something.
Well, anyways, we could go through it. Her arms have green felt on them with spikes going up the middle. They're to look like alligators. The two alligators. She's sitting there, two alligators.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Huh.
And she's holding her hands like this.
That would explain his look then if it's about an alligator.
Well, his look was for people to pay attention to him.
Right. Overall, though, I would say I fully believe that Fenn would be well aware that women would try to flirt with him for clues or hints, and that he would be prepared for such.
That comes with the territory, right?
I mean, I would hope he would be prepared for such. I can't imagine.
Well,
or he did it for that.
Yeah, Fenn, you know, he's been around a long time. He knows how it works, and Minotaur says it right. I would argue that Forrest liked the ladies, and the ladies tried to use that to their advantage, and Fenn played with them more than they thought, giving them nothing. And I think there's probably some truth in that. I think maybe the ladies encouraged it a little bit, some of them, to try and get something out of him, but they probably got nothing, to be fair.
And if that's the case, maybe he almost knows that we can't really figure this out, because if we had to figure this out, we'd have to declare things that are uncomfortable. Like I'd have to go, hey, I need all the emails from Forrest Fenn to women. Like I would need to see the female emails versus the male emails, and then start to figure out the lies. And maybe he knows nobody's doing that in woke 2020.
So I kind of took it to where he said that the makeup on a woman was false advertisement. And it just so happened that he said that to a PhD, shaman educator at some school. So, and now we could sit there and Ben, you know how it works. You can actually talk a woman down and begin to see her real true colors. I think that's what that point was about, is get that mask off and then actually see them. Some of them can be awful spiteful, almost downright angry when they reveal themselves. Their true nature, right? He is breaking it down to their true nature and getting along with them at that point.
Right.
That's what
I would also say it's the same men who have these women wear makeup, though. I mean, like, I'm fine with getting rid of the mask of makeup, but let's remember, like, the institutional organizations here that push that shit, right?
Well, I mean, his mother, he's a son of a witch himself. She had incredible foresight. She almost predicted what's going on. So he was brought up that way. So that's what he talks to.
Yeah.
That's conversation for him with women. Men can't do that.
That's fair. That's totally fair. But again, none of this is incorporated in the solve. All I'm being told is it's fishing. It's the Madison River.
No one's got the chest.
Okay, guys, it's September 27th. Where is the chest? Why hasn't it been sold yet? What's going on?
It's been being sold for months now. Jack's been saying for months, I'm selling it, I'm selling it, I'm selling it. Maybe he's asking too much. Do you know how much I heard? Someone told me. Do you know how much I heard that he wants for it?
I heard 5.
I heard 10.
I heard 10 as well.
So forget 10. You can forget 5. But if he's asking $10 million for it, that's why he's not sold it.
What if he's asking for $10 million because there's something in it that makes it worth $10 million?
Well, who's going to pay it if he's not saying? How do we know? And what is?
I agree.
Even the solution at $10 million, there aren't many people who are going to pay $10 million for anything. Never mind a solution and the chest.
So if somebody were to pay that, Adam, and do another hunt, would you go after it and use that as the, the item, the prize?
Do you mean put it back in the original spot?
No. Well, I wouldn't do that because we'll never know if that was the true solve. I'm just saying, put it out somewhere and try to mimic Forrest. Would you actually participate?
Yeah, there's a part of me that regrets not trying to solve it back in the day. Because don't forget, I've been in this since 2017, and I kind of regret now not trying to work it out.
I would almost look at it as like a downplay. Where now the prize is what he used as a lure. You know what I mean? It's like you're stepping down a little bit.
Yeah, I'd look for it because obviously this is a big chunk of money in all real senses of the word, but it wouldn't feel the same. Some of the luster would be gone.
You're never gonna recreate what Fenn made. I mean, what Fenn did, it's unique. And look how many treasure hunts are currently active. Loads. None of them have got the traction of any or the magic.
Because nobody knows how to put spirit in it.
But
so this is
devil's advocate, though.
Go on.
None of them have the price tag.
Well,
I need to see a treasure hunt with the same price tag, and then that treasure hunt get rejected to then respect what Fenn did immensely. Otherwise, it's just the price tag. I don't know of any other multi-million-dollar treasure hunt.
It's more than just the amount of money available. It's Forrest Fenn as a person. It's the wonderful poem that he made that appears so simple on paper, but in reality, it's obviously not. I think there's lots of factors that made this chase so unique, and I don't think anyone could recreate it at all. And it would almost cheapen it if someone bought the chest and re-hit it. It would almost cheapen what this has been about, I think.
Exactly what I'm saying, Adam. It's going to be missing the spirit.
You'd have to go anonymous. You'd have to go anonymous and put it in the exact same spot. That's the only way to do it. Anything else seems like a sellout.
I would love that, to put it back in the spot and start it again. I get it wouldn't be the same. I know without Forrest Fenn, it would never be the same. But at least we'll have a second chance to find it.
So with Ben buys the chest, but then has Jack put it back where he found it. That way Ben can still play as well.
I mean, it ain't going to happen. Let's face it. So
no, it's not going to happen. I agree with Diggin. It deserves to be in the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
And I'm a 7%er. I'm a 7%er. So, I say it should go in the Smithsonian. I could give
honestly,
up
okay. You have millions of dollars because you've done something to earn yourself that kind of money throughout life. Okay. Why do you need to buy this treasure chest? Think about it. Why do you buy it? Because let's think of the first. Let me answer for you guys and then jump in. I buy it for the gold. Okay, no, I can just buy gold. I'm buying it for the specific pieces of unique jewelry that are in there. There's a dragon bracelet. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
The emerald ring is missing. So I'm buying it for the intrinsic value of finding a treasure. Okay.
that you
You'll get
didn't
bored
earn.
of that in about 5 years. Huh?
And you didn't earn it.
Do you know what I
And you
equate
didn't
it
earn
to?
it.
You're
Ben,
looking at
Ben, do
what
you know what I
bought.
equate? Do you know what buying the chest I equate to? Going to an athlete and buying his gold medal and parading it on your mantelpiece.
Yeah, or wearing it.
Or walking around with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Buying something because you got the money that you couldn't find with your own mind. It seems to me.
Eventually, you sell it. Eventually, every single one of those buyers
It's at that
sells
point.
that
It's
item.
not, at that point, I don't think it's called sell. I think it's called scrap.
Yeah. Scrapping. Yeah.
Once someone
Honestly, because it's never for more money. It's always less.
Yeah, once someone buys it, the value is going to plummet. You know, say I
Right.
give Jack 10 million for the chest. The moment I own the chest, it becomes like the value drops exponentially because who wants to buy it off me? Who am I? Right. I'm just some guy that's got $1 million in the bank. You can afford to buy.
For all I know, you've taken out 3 gold coins, and I'll never fucking know in the first place, anyways. No, it's nonsense, and that's why I'm wondering: is Jack facing that problem? At the end of the day, does nobody really want to buy it?
I think people want to buy it, but people don't want to pay 10 million. People don't want to pay 5 million. $1 million, $1 million. A lot of people have $1 million knocking about. A lot of people have that. Ask $1 million, I think you'll be inundated with offers. But 10 million, forget it.
Ben, you understand a little bit about quantum physics, right?
I mean, I've read into it. Do I understand it? Probably not.
Well, gold itself is the most conductive mineral out there. Right?
Yes.
All right. So can you imagine that chest at this point? How much greed has that chest attracted? That chest is probably so full of greed right now because that gold collecting it, that is the Pandora's box, the chest. You know, I don't even think
if you're saying there's a metaphysical presence that comes with the chest that's measurable, because the gold being conductive in ways we can measure the electricity, so we know it's conductive, but maybe there's other things we can't measure.
Exactly.
I understand exactly what you're saying. And I think there might be something to that. I think that goes in line with things that we hear about our deep and forgotten past, like gold fever. Why would gold create sickness?
Thank you.
There's lots of questions here. So I completely agree with it.
So now when he's talking about Pandora's box, opening up that poisoned ass fucking box of gold,
right?
I think it is Pandora's box. At this point, like, I don't really even want to coin out of it, to be honest with you.
Did that have something to do with Jack not taking the treasure home on Friday night and waiting till Saturday?
It could have.
Well,
I wonder.
I don't believe that, but there you go.
I don't believe the story either. I think either the story is what we've been told and there's something we need to understand about it, or he's absolutely lying. He took the chest home with him, and the official story is he left it there. That's it. I don't think there's any in between.
When we bought our starter house, I went around and took every fucking mirror down and threw them in the dumpster. Because of everything those mirrors have seen before me. So
I think I might have done the same thing, honestly. That's interesting. Yeah. Especially if you've seen the movie The Money Pit.
No, not a money, not a
great film. Great film.
It's a good film. Well, I hope the truth comes out. I don't see any progress towards it, and that's what makes me get very worried here. Honestly, the last time we all had progress was when Shiloh walked into Kpro's stream and said, "No conspiracy, no conspiracy." Oh. That's it. After that, it's been honestly nothingness.
Yeah, it's been dead. But what happens next? I mean, for me, the next bit of news is the sale of the chest. I don't see what else is going to come.
That's it.
Yeah,
it's sale of the chest.
that night, didn't Shiloh, like, the verbiage he used seemed like 14 years old though.
It felt like he was acting like Fenn.
Well, I mean, just like a 14-year-old kid was doing it. You know,
Isn't that the motif though?
I don't know. I don't. Is that inherited?
That's
Like,
the motif of the book.
it is. It is. Well, just at the beginning of the book.
But then again, Kpro's got a big show next Monday. She's going to drop some bombs, so who knows what's going to come from that.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm into it. Okay, Ben, huge progress in my opinion. Don't be afraid to talk to some of us that want to chat. I know people want you to pick sides. Regardless of if people want me to pick sides, I don't. I think I've been consistent enough over this summer to let some of y'all know who I am.
What sides are you picking from?
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not going to pick sides.
Why is it even talked about?
We're all here for the same thing. Why are the sides?
I mean,
we're all here for like the
because
answers.
honestly, there's people behind the scenes that yell and scream and yell. I mean,
and that's why they should be behind the scenes.
I don't get involved in all that.
you know who has not responded to me in forever? Jack Stoof.
Someone just
angry.
put in the
Has
chat.
he
Has anybody
wrote
heard?
Kpro. Sorry,
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. But has anyone heard from him recently?
Kpro has supposedly. She said so.
Yeah, still saying nothing. Talks a lot, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah. So, Fadi, I do actually enjoy the 9 Mile hole. And when I went underwater, I kicked my foot up underneath that ledge because there's like a cliff that you can't see until you're standing on it. It's about a foot covered, but then it goes straight down, drops probably about 7 feet. Wow. And you could jump in it, and it's literally a hole. Well, I went underneath, and you could actually kick your foot, and there is a space up underneath there. What better place, you know?
He said that it wasn't underwater, didn't he?
He said it's wet.
He definitely said it wasn't underwater.
So have you ever watched those treasure hunting shows where you could go under and then there's a cavity up on top and it could be dry sitting there?
Yeah.
All right. So like, what time of year would the water be high enough, to come through the top to fill that? And then when it's low, it would be empty. Mm-hmm. So it's wet, it's dry. It's wet, it's dry.
Listen, I've heard of searchers going scuba gear, looking for the chest.
Yeah.
There are lots of people who believe it is underwater.
Yeah, I think it was up and underneath where you could reach up and set it on a shelf up behind it.
I mean, what a place to hide it.
The idea that it would be underwater this whole time is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like it, but what do I know?
I think there's a lot to be said with that cliff that's underwater right there for that hole.
Yeah, but if it was
underwater, there's wood in the chest.
No,
there's wood in the chest.
No, you go under and you could go under the rock.
He's talking about an air pocket.
On top, out of the
talking
water.
about an air pocket under the water, which is no.
Got it.
I mean, no one will ever find it. I don't think if that was the case.
No, that's like traditional treasure hunting right there, right?
Behind a waterfall.
Yeah.
Proper it's fucked up.
Proper Indiana Jones stuff.
It's proper Indiana Jones, is what it is. Yeah.
Well, go back out there, go swimming, go underneath there, reach your hand up underneath the wall and see if there's actually a shelf that it could have been sitting on.
So you telling me that you found one at 9 Mile?
I was able to put my foot in it. I didn't go all the way under and stick my arms in there to see if there was a hole up
dry.
No, I did not go that far in, but I did see that there is an access to put your foot in. So if I would have went head first, you know what I mean, and just dipped it in. Try it. Have someone record you. You'd shit your pants if it's still there.
Well, can you imagine?
Yeah, you would.
Can you imagine if you found it? It would be like, what the hell?
It'd be like finding, honestly, it would be like finding golden Willy Wonka ticket after, like when Charlie Bucket finds it, like, wait a second, this ticket shouldn't exist anymore. It was already claimed to have been found. Yet here it is.
Jack's a big phony with a fake chest.
I'm just saying, there's all sorts of movies that point to fake find, fake find, fake find.
We shouldn't get people's hopes up. It's not really fair, is it?
I know, that's the problem. That's the problem. I don't want to get people's hopes up.
Don't give. It's a hope that kills you. Don't give people the hope.
But without hope, we are nothing. We have nothing without hope. We need hope.
You just need to learn where to apply it.
Do you know what hope is? It's just poem spelled with an H. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I don't know.
You know when he was talking about hope, I went through all the Vietnam footage when Bob Hope went over there and watched every
USO.
year.
The USO show.
Yes. I watched each and every year of it.
I lived, this is gonna sound like a fucking name drop, but it's not. I lived 25 seconds away from Bob Hope when I was a teenager.
Very cool.
We would when it was Halloween and I was like 12, I walked to Bob Hope's house. He would give away like $200 worth of shit. You'd get at one point I think I got like a ballpoint pen like with his name engraved in gold like on the pen is like my Halloween thing, and I was like 12, like what do I do with this? But yeah, it was fun trick-or-treating at Bob Hope's house. Such a strange story. Anyway, what do we got here? Hooli says it did go in the water, Fenn rock, and worked his hands around the rock. Ooh, Bill Gorman's connecting. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bill.
Wow.
What's up, Bill?
I spoke to Bill for ages.
Oh, my lenses got glue on it.
I was just telling Ben how the story's all about Jesus.
Yeah,
No.
and Moses.
According to Forrest, he told Barbara that she should date me because I'm crazy too. But Forrest told us that it was a crazy guy who did this thing. And I've always said you have to be just as crazy as the guy that hit it.
You know what, Bill?
And so when he calls me crazy, he's saying I'm like him. And he said, and he was suggesting that she date me because, well, if you want to get your hands on the treasure, go date Bill Gorman. He told Mary Wygant that when she asked him, what about Bill Gorman? He said, well, I didn't think Trump would win either. and then when Seattle Sullivan asked, and I'm not involved in him, said, I'm not there. I don't know what makes him bring me up. They didn't ask, some of them didn't even ask him about me, you know. But Seattle Sullivan said he was going to come up here, work on his car, and asked if I was safe. And Forrest told him that I was pretty good with an axe. Well, that has to do with the last drawing in the book. And why are the trees all chopped down? Because the guy with the axe harvested the treasure.
So Adam Foddy, I got a question for the panel. Okay.
Ooh,
Ben, do you mind?
go for it.
So a question for the panel. Using scrapbooks, well, not scrapbooks. Let's just go straight to the any of the his interviews where he was like physically there. You could see his words. What was the most inquisitive or intriguing statement that he's ever made, in your opinion?
Who goes first?
I need to think about it. You go, Ben.
Bill, you want to go first?
Most inquisitive Forrest Fenn has asked?
Has
What?
ever said on film. You know, in the past interviews.
Oh, why don't you ask me how deep is a hole? Okay, 9-mile hole. If your hole is 9 miles deep, I'm sorry, but that's going to be too sloppy for me. You know, I prefer maybe a 9-inch hole.
Ben, your turn, Ben.
All right, so I would say if I told you Homer Brown, you'd walk straight to the chest.
Oh, I like that one too. Adam.
Oh, give me some more time to think about it.
That's
Talk about
because
something
you'd
we'll
walk
come back to
straight
it.
past the Homer Brown.
If I told you Homer Brown, you'd walk straight to the treasure. Like, what does that even mean? If you really think about it.
That had to do with the
Jason, do you know what quote I really like from Forrest Fenn? I don't know if it was in an interview or if it was on I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Nobody, to my uncertain knowledge, has analyzed one important possibility related to the winning solve. That intrigues
Can I add to that? And at the time in which he said that, if you're going to tell me it was the place I wanted to die, no. Fenn knew that people analyzed the idea of where he wanted to die. So the whole concept of, oh, I figured out where Fenn wanted to die was not new. All of us knew that. So when Fenn goes, there's one important thing that no one's analyzed in regards to a winning solve, the answer can't be figure out the place I wanted to die. Correct?
No, that's too obvious. So what is it?
Right. So what is it? Great question. What is it?
It was the 6-question thing. That's
Can't
where
be
he said
fishing
it.
either.
Nobody, to my uncertain knowledge, has analyzed one important possibility related to the winning solve. I saw that quote the other day. I was like, that's a really interesting thing to say. And yeah, I wonder what it is.
Fishing. It can't be fishing, and it can't be the place he wanted to die. So what else could it be? Because it's very honestly, if I were to vote, I'd say Adam's line is the most intriguing statement.
The important possibility was that his secret place where he kept the chest was in a lawyer's vault, and there was something else out there that was what you're supposed to find.
But didn't he say specifically that's not the case? There is no proxy. There is no item out there. It is the chest and it is the contents, and that's what you need to find. Didn't he specifically state that?
No, he said he said, can you repeat the question? And then Kpro repeated it. And he started off, there's no proxy like that. He used the word like that. So he was going specifically off of what question she asked. That's why he had her repeat it. If she would have used the words a little bit different, she may have got a different answer.
Really? That's interesting.
The one that I found the most interesting was, it was in that Jennifer London video from his niece-in-law, Terry. And I think she had asked him, what kind of person would do such a thing? Because his friend was calling him crazy and stuff. And he took a moment and he thought about it, and he said, a person that would do such a thing would have to be a person in my skin.
And that goes to what I told you earlier, Jason, about his comment about finding a replacement. who would replace him?
Doesn't it feel like Jack is acting like a replacement for Fenn?
He's an imposter.
Well, and,
Okay,
you know,
okay. When I say Jack, I mean the character of Jack Stoof. Whether you agree or disagree that he's a finder, it's insignificant. The character of Jack Stoof is acting like Forrest Fenn in these emails. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
That first.
Okay, if Jack Stoof is virtual, then there's a reason that Forrest called him Bill.
So Ben,
I'll agree with that. Fair
Don't
enough.
want to believe it. Yeah, I can't believe that. Well, you'll believe it one day. That's why if Kpro asked Forrest, did Bill Gorman find it? And he didn't answer her. He only laughed. He laughed at her because, when you find out, the joke's on you, Kpro.
So Ben, the amusing way that I took that was I figured I'd have to go buy myself some nice white New Balance shoes. I have to go buy me some half faded Lee jeans, get my jean jacket on, put my handkerchief around my neck. I would have to play the role in order to retrieve it.
I see what you're saying. I mean, but that also matches a quote that Jack said. As the Condor before the find in 2019, the Condor states Forrest Fenn wanted someone to find the chest who was like Forrest Fenn.
Exactly.
He wanted another Maverick to find the chest. And guess what, Mr. Fenn? Another Maverick isn't going to find the chest. I mean, that's what the Condor was basically stating out loud on Reddit after the summer of 2019. He was basically, it almost felt, if you go back, and Jason, I'm kind of stealing your point and making it something different, and I apologize for that.
It's your show.
But if you follow Jack's, if you assume Jack is the Condor, or if we assume the Condor is involved, the Condor unequivocally starts talking to one person and one person only, and he's talking to Forrest Fenn. He's not talking to Reddit users. He has completely shifted. The Condor 2 starts saying, whoever was going to find this chest is now facing a legal shit show. Whoever found the chest had to have been just like Fenn or had to think just like Fenn. Whoever found this chest wouldn't use confirmation bias. Like there's a lot of comments and snide comments, but they get snidier and snidier to the point where he goes, basically he says, Forrest Fenn wanted a Maverick to find this chest and basically say, fuck you to the federal government. Well, sorry, Forrest Fenn, but none of us have your money or your lawyers. And when we get this chest, we have a legal shit show on our hands, and you didn't prepare us for it. That's what the Condor states. And then the Condor disappears for about a month and then states, oh, actually, you know what a solution would be? Go to Puerto Rico and get into a tax haven. That's the solution. And then what happens? 6 months later, the treasure is found, and we get rumors that the finder moved to Puerto Rico. It's very strange.
look at that, Ben. She's still alive.
The avalanche still there.
Had me a flat tire coming home from Montana.
Ooh, riding on a donut.
Got a little more rust falling off.
Anybody want to do like a super chat for Jason's tire? Actually, don't do that. YouTube takes half. Just give Jason some money.
No, I've had people offer me money for shit. I got to do things myself. It's just like buying the chest. You know, I would sit there looking at it, and I would know I didn't earn it. You know,
in Love with Yellowstone chapter, he says, how would you like to be replaced by a newer model? And there you go. That the wooden Moses is a replica of the stone Moses that's much older. And so the stone Moses has been replaced by the fake Blaze Moses, which is the wooden Moses that fell over and broke his hand off, and Forrest glued it back on. The wind blew it over. Nature, the elements knocked it over, broke it, and Forrest glued it back together. So yes, the fake blaze was broken, but Forrest glued it back together. I'm sure it's not destroyed because before they destroy Moses, they need to give Moses to me, because that's nobody else is claiming Moses.
But isn't Jesus a newer version, a newer model of Moses?
No, it says in the book, the red text, do not touch. The red text is the New Testament. Those are the words said by Jesus. So it's the Old Testament.
Yeah,
So,
but the red text meant corrected.
Don't go back to church, Jason.
If I hand my test and it gets back and it's all corrected, it's going to be using red.
I don't belong to any organized religion.
Sorry, Foddy. What you thinking about, buddy?
I'm loving being here. Don't apologize, mate.
Mike,
I've put an all-nighter in, 6, 7 in the morning, been up all night, loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed Kpro show today.
Kpro show was great today.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot in the last few hours. Maybe some people have already known some of this, maybe some haven't, but
I was just buzzing to see Shannon back, bouncing off her.
Yeah.
We butted heads a bit, but it's all good fun. And I hope she stays back, because I've always liked what she's been about. So,
she was the Google queen in the day. Everything she was. That's what her title was, the Google queen.
And digging Gypsy coming on and laying it all out there. That was great. If there were more people like her in the Chiefs, we'll be a lot further down the line. You know what I mean? If everyone was as open and as honest and transparent,
and listen,
we wouldn't be in this position now. I don't believe.
And Diggins preaching it, like everybody should share. Everybody should start sharing their emails. Like there's no reason to be holding on to anything at this point.
I think the only email that I got that was a clue, kinda, was my daughter. She had gotten hurt down in Santa Fe, and Finn knew about it, and she had altitude sickness, and we walked into a gas station, and she passed out and hit her head on the concrete floor at the gas station, and it knocked her out. She kind of went into a seizure and knocked her out. And I fell down next to her, and I picked her up, put her in my lap, and I was yelling, help, help, help. Well, everybody spoke Spanish. Well, I had this male nurse ran over, and
Underlay.
well, I was getting mad because they're all just staring at me. Well, this male nurse was on the other side of the store, and he come running over, and well, anyways, to make it shorted up a little bit, once we got home, he sent me an email, and it had like 2 spaces before the period, or it was something weird like that, but it was intentional. And I take it into the wife, and I'm like, I don't know what this means. What is this? And she didn't know that it was from Finn or anything. She goes, "Oh, that's how you used to type on a typewriter. On the old school typewriters, you would put a double space before the next character.
Before the period.
Or
after a sentence.
After the period.
After a sentence, 2 spaces.
Yeah, and she recognized it right away. And then obviously that drew me into Underwood, the Underwood computer.
No, typewriters.
Yeah. I already took my sleeping pill tonight, so I'm really surprised I'm still standing.
I actually had an apartment in Texas that was under Mr. Underwood. His apartment, Mr. Underwood lived in the apartment above me. So I was Underwood. Underwood.
So Ben, there's been something that I've been dying to ask you, but you won't return my calls. So when I was in West Yellowstone, and the night when I took in squirted water in the intersection.
Yeah.
So, you know, my solve always had to do with this, okay? And it's really funny because when I went to bed that night, and then I take a pill, you know, like every night. Well, in the morning, I woke up. So in the hotel that I was in, it had like a room of its own, and it had an access to go outside into the alley. And then Justin was up in the front room. Well, I woke up and I look on the floor, and I had a pair of socks positioned exactly like that, and somebody pissed on them. Like pissed on them. Like literally pissed on them, right? I know, and I'll sit there and I'll say, okay, you know, I don't drink a lot of beer. I drank some beer that night, but maybe I peed on them. You know, I can accept that, but I'm 55 years old. It's not like I pissed. But you know what I mean? So that's been on my mind for a while. Well, we moved hotels and we went up to the other one with you guys. It was I think it was that next night when we got back, and I did not drink, you know, very much that night. And it was just a normal night, you know, I kicked something on YouTube, had my earbuds in, took my sleeping pill. So at home, my kids are always in our bed. So I have not been able to be myself in my bed for years, right? I woke up fucking naked in my bed in the other hotel. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what was going on, if I got probed. I have no fucking idea. Like I stood up and I was like, and I go, Justin, and Justin is right next to me in that room. And he goes, yeah, what? I go, I'm fucking naked, dude. And he's like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, what happened? And he goes, I have no idea.
It's Ambien, right?
That sounds weird.
That'd be
I'm
me.
just saying.
That'd be
I'm
me
just
in
saying
Vegas.
altitude sickness plus Ambien equals weird shenanigans.
No, I'm adjusted to way higher than that place. Way higher.
All right, well then I got nothing.
At least before I blacked out, I knew I was in the care of 7 bachelorettes having a bachelorette party. So there was nothing bad could happen.
I think that whoever watched me on the dude's camera, pissing in the intersection, seeked revenge on me and pissed on my socks.
I think you pissed on your own socks.
I hope I did. Trust me, I hope I did.
Maybe it wasn't piss.
Oh, I smelt them in my laundry basket all the way home. It was piss.
Crusty socks, a crusty E.
I think it was an alien abduction, man. I'm serious. And then to top it off, they stripped me naked. Seriously? Like, how much
The naked thing is.
me?
That's why I went to Ambien right away. When you said naked, I was like, let's discuss how much Ambien you took tonight.
You know,
Yeah.
The first cattle mutilation was about 25 miles north of here, and it was a horse named Snippy. Snippy? That sounds close to Skippy. You know? It was a horse, not a cow, that was mutilated.
Phil, I was naked.
You know, I went to, when I was camping in Area 51.
Or they would have left you without your organs. Your you would have been a unit with you.
When I was camping in Area 51, I saw about like 6 mutilated cows over the years. Like, and when I say mutilated, like I've seen dead cows, I've seen cows hit by cars, I've seen just cows that just, you know, whatever, just are rotting in the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
Cows, the
like
mutilated cows,
ready to explode.
Yeah, I'm saying like weird shit, Bill. Like weird shit. Like I see a mutilated cow But what I see is, you know, the ocular cavities completely empty and the eyeballs lying right next to the cow. Like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? What the fuck? No animal fucking rips the eyes out of a fucking cow and leaves them right next to the cow. That's not normal. Oh, here's the anus of the cow, completely outside of the cow, like it was lasered out. The anus of the cow is now outside of the cow, like fresh, like 2-3 days old. Again, this doesn't just happen.
You
A
know what it
coyote
is?
comes after a cow, and, you know, like it's not fucking.
They're training the personnel, and the cattle are substitutes for aliens.
To be fair, if I was an animal, I wouldn't want to eat the anus either. I would leave,
No,
I would leave the anus to one side too.
That's what animals do, though. They go to the soft spots. So yes, they eat the ass first. That's what they do.
Well, that's
Right, but again,
flies
it
like
was
this.
perfectly
Yeah,
carved out.
Oh,
It was
that's
perfectly
different.
carved.
That's different.
That's all I'm saying. Carved. Look, Area 51 is a weird place. That's all I'm saying. It's a weird place.
I would love to go hang out in places like that. So
The whole let's raid Area 51 thing, I laughed at. I never joined it. I sat at home laughing because I've been there 100 times. And I know what happens when you go there. There's no bathroom, there's no food, and there's no gas. So it's gonna be a shit show. And that's what it's meant to be.
Did you go to the Little Alien Inn, Ben?
I have been to the Little Alien like 30 to 50 times in total. They make the best cheeseburgers I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
Every time I've gone to the Little Alien and I've had a cheeseburger there, I've ordered like 3 of them. They're like sub cheeseburgers. They're like made in the length of a sub. And so the meat is like this, and it's like double stacked, and they have like this secret sauce. I don't know what it is. If it's literally the meat of aliens, but it's the best cheeseburger I've ever had. I can't not eat one. I eat one, and I'm like, all right, give me another one. Oh, give me another one. Like, and I'm like, I'm not like, I live next to an In-N-Out burger. Okay, In-N-Out burger is delicious. I don't do that with In-N-Out burger. I don't do that with anything. So I don't know what I'm eating out at the Little Alien, but it's delicious. And I suggest everybody drink a Beam Me Up Scotty. That's the name of the drink.
cow's
Beam Me Up
ass is
Scotty.
what you're eating. Cow's ass.
Do they have an In-N-Out dog? That's what I call Jack.
No.
In-N-Out dog.
Yeah, you're probably eating half
He wants
mutilated
in, he
cow.
wants out. So he's an In-N-Out dog. And
I
you
like
know
it.
what better? What a better suggestion? Hey, want to go have an In-N-Out dog, babe?
Not important. Not important says, what do you think about our boy Fenn working at Area 51? Fenn worked at Area 51? That's new to me.
He was a test pilot.
Add it to the conspiracy
You know what?
list.
Fuck yeah, you're right.
Right beneath
Why wouldn't he
Cooper.
work at Area 51?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Sorry, what'd you say, Adam? Or Jason?
I said add it to the list right beneath DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
No,
He might
Forrest was in. He was in the secret Air Force, Apollo 21. You know, and Apollo 22.
We're still talking aliens if that's what we're doing.
Hey, Ben, I'm gonna bounce. I got shit to do tomorrow. Adam,
Guys, I think now's a good time to just cut it all off.
Yeah, I think
now's
so.
a good time.
I'm ready for my bed.
I think we're getting into Area 51 and Soylent Green as people.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
anywho, this was fun.
you,
Bill,
bud.
I'd love to have you on, and Adam, I'd love to have you on again and talk more because I haven't been able to. Jason, as usual, please come on. But otherwise, guys,
Cool.
any last words?
Peace,
Nope.
bitches.
Just
Double voices.
it's been a good night, and thank you for everybody in the chat for being here, and Kpro for having me on, and Ben for having me on, and until next time.
Yeah, till next time, guys. We got a lot to dissect. Kpro's channel was interesting tonight, and stay tuned. I think maybe we're past the calm of the storm, and maybe we might learn some things. We're all waiting on the sale of the chest. So we'll see what happens next. Thank you all.
He can't sell it. It's not his.
You can't sell what's not his, guys.
He can't
If this
sell
thing
what's
doesn't
not
get sold,
his.
it's proof it's not his. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, guys. Good night, everybody.